Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Bootywagon, and we're going to be doing something different today. Obviously you see on the screen there we have a Would You Rather. There's a lot of people out there, a lot of different YouTubers that are actually doing this, but I feel that this is appropriate, I suppose. I've been trying to think of a like an entrance video to say, hey, welcome, blah blah blah, and I have yet to do anything that talks about who I am. I have plans. What I want is I want to do like a Q&A thing from like you guys specifically, for those who do watch the channel. But I figure this is a really good step into, because it's like I get to debate about these stupid questions and then we go from there realistically. And I was just thumbing through a few of them, and this was a good one for me because it sparked my interest, because it's like I shave enough. I shave about this part of me, and it's interesting because it's like, would you rather never shave ever again, or would you never cut fingernail / toenails ever again? And then I started thinking, like, what are the parameters? Is it all of your body that you can't shave? Or is it like, well, I mean, I guess it's kind of like, yeah, I mean, I guess now that you actually think about it, now that I actually think about it, I guess it makes sense. For like your whole body not being able to shave any of it, but then it's like, never cut your finger or toenails. Like, you would never, like, after a while, you would never be able to wear shoes because your toenails would get too long. You wouldn't be able to, like, do anything with your hands because your fingernails would get so long. But it's like, it's easier to explain never shaving versus never cutting, like, those very important things. You could just take a ton of showers and, like, make sure all of your body hair is clean. I mean, it's not a preference of mine. I mean, yeah. But we're going to go on to the next question. Let's see here. Have your name known forever for doing something terrible, or never be recognized for accomplishing something wonderful? This is, I mean, it's a catch-22, but it comes down to like who and or what you want to be as an individual. Um, there are people out there that want their name to be known, and it doesn't matter what for, mostly for bad things. But there are also some people would argue is the true definition of a hero, that they they do something great, but don't expect like the applaud for it. Personally, like that's like, if I had the option, I would definitely do like never be recognized. Yeah, I thought so. Like that one's kind of like a no-brainer, because you want to do good by the world, but again, obviously, 200,000 of people want want their name to be known for bad things. Out of the fraction of you, the 21%, you're all horrible. Let's see. Gone on the Titanic and survived, or been in the Twin Towers when it hit and survived? That's a toughie. Um, the first thing that with the Titanic, the first thing that comes to mind is the potential to drown. So obviously you survived, so you survived to talk about it. But like, I hate cold water. Like, if I'm not drinking the cold water, I just hate being around cold water, and I can't stand it. But being in the Twin Towers, I feel like where are you in the towers? Like, are you at the bottom level? Is that why you survived? Are you closer to the floors where you could evacuate fast enough? I feel like you would have to go through more with the Titanic than you would with the Twin Towers. So I'm gonna go Titanic on this one. 45%. Interesting. Okay. I mean, I guess it's close enough. Vote for Barack Obama or Mitt Romney. I'm not a political person, so we'll just do whoever was already president. Taste the same flavor of food or taste nothing ever again. I mean, I guess it depends on what the flavor is. If it's a great flavor, I mean, I guess you could argue that you would get burnt out on it. I mean, which is, I guess it's a valid statement, because if you're tasting the same thing every time you eat something, then it would be like, oh, I'm sick and tired of this. For me, honestly, I would do the taste nothing because you can eat whatever you want and then not have to worry about what it tastes like. Why? Why? I mean, for me, that's odd. That's really odd to me. Like, I would rather not taste anything and then be able to just eat because it's like everybody out there has something that they don't like because of the way that it tastes. Like, at the end of the day, it's substance. Like, what do you do to survive? Is it eat, drink, right? I don't know. Be able to only speak in lull speak. I have no idea what that is. Or be able to only type in 1337 speak. We're gonna find this out. Give me 1 second. Um, lull speak. Urban Dictionary. Let's see. Similar to texting, lull speak is writing words with different letters but sounds the same. I don't know what happened. We didn't touch it. Okay. Go back. Oh, that's not. 137. What? No. What? There's a torrent apparently. I don't know. I typed in the wrong thing. Give me a second. 1337. Hacker speak. Fuck, I don't know. I'm gonna skip that one. I don't really care. Have $150 in quarters, or have $100 in paper money. That's tricky. Like, why would it matter? I mean, realistically speaking, the $150 in quarters would do nothing but weigh you down. But like, the first thing that came to mind is you could throw them at people. I mean, I guess you could throw the $100 bill at somebody, but it wouldn't be as funny. It would be more efficient to have that paper money. I mean, whatever. I guess 800,000 people want to throw quarters at people. Maybe we have the same mindset. I don't know. Win the World Series or win the Super Bowl. I mean, I don't watch a lot of sports in general. Um, I don't know. That's a tough one. I mean, because they're both equally good, and like, I can say that I've watched more football than I have. See, like, no, I'm just gonna skip this one. I don't even care really. Be an excellent singer or a superb writer. That's a tricky one because they're both really well. They're both really good, um, and I feel like to be good at either one of those things is I'd rather be well versed. I'd rather be a superb writer. I don't know, like I get the excellent singer. I mean, as more of a talent, yeah, but it's like you could teach yourself to be a better singer, right? And I guess it could be like the same argument for the writer, but I feel like I don't know. I don't know. We're not gonna get too into that question. Eat a tablespoon of salt or a tablespoon of cinnamon. Don't you like vomit profusely if you do the tablespoon of cinnamon? I know about the cinnamon challenge. I've never done it, nor have I cared too much to actually look into it. I just know it was a thing, and I thought that it was a thing that like you would vomit excessively if you did it. A tablespoon of salt would suck, but you would get over it. Like you'd swallow. So the comment down here, you can't see it on the screen, but you would swallow it all, or swallow it all, understandably. Would you have something to drink right afterwards? Could you like wash it down with something, or is it just like straight one of or like one of them? I don't know. I feel like for me, like I love salt. If I could put salt on everything I ate, I would, without getting frowned upon. Um, but cinnamon, I feel like it would just hurt. Cinnamon hurt. I'm gonna do salt. I mean, I'm in the majority there, so take a picture or have your picture taken. I'd rather take the picture. That was an easy one for me. I am not a photo person at all. Anybody who knows me knows that. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just not. I don't know. Become a Spartan in Halo or become a cog. Halo. I I've always been a Halo fan. Always been a Halo fan. That was an easy one for me. Be barefoot for the rest of your life, or wear Crocs for the rest of your life. I'd rather be barefoot. Because there's actually a lot of, what's the word I'm thinking about? There's a TV show that was a thing a while back. Dual survival. I was really big on like survival things growing up as the Boy Scouts and all that jazz. Um, but being barefoot, there are a lot of positives to it. I don't know. It's kind of a hippie thing. Let's be honest. But Crocs. It's easier to explain bare feet than Crocs. Pay to see a female comedian, or be paid the same amount to be slapped 10 times in the face. Well, who's slapping me? And you're making the assumption that this female comedian is bad. What if she's really fucking funny? And who is slapping me? Okay, so I'm looking. You have no affiliation with the comedian. She's just a random female trying her hand at comedy. Why is that such a bad thing? That's just rude. I don't like that question. Vacation one summer in Gravity Falls. Okay. I think that's a show. Enter one season of Total Drama Island, but get third place. I don't know what that is. I don't know what either of these. I'm just do Gravity Falls. I'm assuming it's a good thing. I know it's a show. I know that one's a show, and I know Total Drama Island is a show, but I've maybe seen half of each episode like 18 years ago. Spit at an angry Mike Tyson. Or spit at an angry Bruce Lee. Okay. Comment down here. It would definitely start a fight. There's no justifiable reason to spit at anybody. Realistically. I am not for violence at all. Let's see. And I feel like Mike Tyson would just go out of his way to destroy you, but Bruce Lee would have better common sense. I mean, yeah, so like it would start a fight, but I feel like Bruce Lee would be more understanding. Only be able to whisper or only be able to shout. This is also an easy one for me. Again, anybody who knows me knows that I cannot stand anybody who is like unreasonably loud. I can't stand it, and I don't know why, but it's like, use your goddamn inside voices. It doesn't make sense to me for anybody to be that like realistic. Like realistically, there's no reason for you to be yelling all the time. I don't know. It irritates the shit out of me. So I would rather whisper all the time and like get close, get creepily close, than to fucking yell. Can't stand it. Speak every language except the language of the country that you're currently in, or speak only the language of the country that you're in, but know the meaning of every single word of that language. I would rather do speak. This is an easy one for me, because if you could speak every language outside of the country that you're in, then there's no reason for you to know like all of the other languages unless you're translating. Like that would make sense, but I don't know. For the speak language, like, you could speak all of the language for the country that you're in. Like, that to me makes more sense than knowing all of the other languages. Yeah. Let's see here. We'll do a couple more and then I'll end the video. See how or what created civilization, or see how or what ends civilization. That's interesting. So you could argue both sides of the spectrum. To see how or what created civilization, I mean, are we thinking like human, like mankind in general? Are we thinking America? You have no impact and cannot play a role, just an observation. Okay, who knows if anyone will believe you. Sorry, I was reading the comment to that. To see how or what, I mean, it would be interesting to see how or what created civilization, but I don't know if you could actually take anything away from it except for, hey, that was a cool part of history. Versus see how or what ends civilization. Because if you see it like you're just observing, but you could make modifications to what you do to try to prevent the end of civilization. Obviously, if it's like there's nothing you can do and you can try everything that you want, and they said this cannot be done, then shit, I guess. But if there's a possibility of you knowing what will happen, then the potential to save it from that particular thing, I would rather see. I mean, it was pretty close, but steal an elderly woman's purse or tell 10 orphans that Christmas is canceled. Old people or children? That's a tough one. Okay, so the comment to this, sorry, I had to think about that for a second. The comment to this would be, Christmas would actually be canceled, and you wouldn't be able to give the purse back. So that was the workaround I was trying to think of, was you could just say, oh, I was just joking, and then give back Christmas or give back the elderly woman's purse. Like, both are frowned upon, but like, I would rather, like personally, I would rather steal the old lady's purse versus tell 10 kids, 10 orphans that, like, by the way, you're not getting crap for Christmas. Now, mind you, Christmas isn't about the goddamn presents. Like, my mother growing up drilled this into my head that, like, Christmas is not about presents. It's about the ability to sit down with your family. Of course, we're talking about orphans here, so it makes things a little different. That sit down with your loved ones, I should say. Sit down with your loved ones and spend time. Of course, the presents, like a celebration of things, is there, but there's a lot more to it than that. So I just wouldn't be able to take that away. We'll do this. Will be the last one. Be a horse jockey or become a NASCAR driver. I'd rather become a NASCAR driver. Horse jockeys is small. You ever seen those guys? They're like 5 foot flat. A NASCAR driver, you get to drive in circles really, 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 really fast. But that's gonna do it for this episode, guys. If you like the Would You Rathers, I can definitely do a lot more. Like I said, I want to do a Q&A in the future. It's just a matter of getting enough people to like compile questions into something like a question bucket that I can just answer for everybody. I want to be able to do that, but I gotta also have enough people to throw questions at me that I'm willing to answer. So for those 5 of you delightful subscribers that are watching, leave a comment in any of my, like this video or any of my future videos of questions that you want me to answer in a Q&A. And I'll see about getting them answered. As long as it's like makes sense. I'm not gonna answer any sort of weird shit. But that's gonna do it for this episode, guys. Again, if you want to see more, leave a like. This was fun. I mean, it's interesting. Again, it gets me a chance to talk to you about myself. So we will see you guys in whatever I decide to video. So until then, folks, you guys do good things.